Welcome back to my messy workbench. We're going to look at a couple of interesting things about Lionel transformers today. Now, we have these two transformers here. One of them is obviously smaller than the other. This one is a lot heavier than this one. This is the TW, and this is the LW. Now, if you look at the LW, what does it say here? 125 watts output. And when we look at the TW, it says 175 watts output. So you say to yourself, well, this is probably going to be the more powerful transformer, can run more accessories, a longer train, blah, blah, blah. Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. No. This is a single 125 watt transformer. So when you turn the dial, which illuminates, by the way, when you turn the dial, you are going to get full power from your terminals. This one, on the other hand, is actually like two transformers in one. There is actually two transformers in here. One is for the variable for the train, for the actual layout. And then you have your connections for your accessories. The thing is, you have the accessories and the variable separated. So you really only have half of the power available for your actual train, and the other half of the power, if you're not using it, just sits unused because that's the other half of the transformer. This is what they don't tell you. So what happened recently is the bulb burnt out on this, and I says, all right, till I get a bulb in, I'm going to use this transformer. Well, lo and behold, this would not run the train. Doesn't have enough power. Yes, you do not get the full power. You don't get the 175 watts for your tracks, for your train. You get, I don't know, I read about it online. They said something like only about 65, 70 watts are available for the train. So therefore, it won't run mine. But, you got to remember, it's a passenger train, number one. Passenger trains are full of lights. All of these lights take a lot of current. Each small little bulb, these tiny bulbs, they take about, we're going to show you one over here, something like this. It's about 200 milliamps. Some of them are 250 milliamps. It's a quarter of an amp. So if you have, two passenger cars and there's two bulbs in each one, that's 1 amp. That's a lot of juice. So you need to keep this in mind. So this is really not such a great transformer. This one here, on the other hand, does really well. And of course, if you got the big ones like the KW or the ZW or those things, you don't have to worry about it at all. But that's the story with this. That is the story. 125 watts. Yes, 125 watts. But this one is 175 watts. But it really isn't. It really isn't. It's actually two transformers that their combined power is 175 watts. And one of them will not be anywhere near as powerful as this little guy. So bear that in mind. I think this is the only transformer like that, by the way. Is this TW is the only one that has that, if you want to call it an issue, the only one where it has this little hidden surprise that it's not all, power is not all available in one, from your variable posts, like it is on here, and like it is on the ZW and the KW. And that's that. So I hope you learned something from this. I sure did. Excuse me, I sure did. And that's good. See you next time.